Bienvenidos al Medical Spanish Podcast. Soy la doctora Molly Martin. Through this podcast, we provide interactive audio lessons for learning practical Spanish for healthcare and elsewhere. The level of this lesson is intermediate, and timestamps are provided in your show notes. The lessons offered at DocMolly.com are solely for learning Spanish. They are not intended to teach medicine or provide medical advice. Hola a todos. Today's lesson is an excerpt from our latest member lesson at DocMolly.com. If you would like to keep going and hear the rest of the member lesson, click on the link in your show notes to sign up for a free membership and access the member lesson where you can take the quiz, download the PDF, and join our Quizlet class. ¿Listos? Empecemos. Hola, welcome back to the trauma module in our Spanish for Emergencies course. In the upcoming lessons, we review Spanish for common orthopedic injuries presenting to the ER. In today's lesson, we will cover Spanish for una lesión de rodilla, a knee injury. This series of lessons is based on a list of questions and phrases put together by one of our members, an ER provider named Lila Powers. Muchas gracias a Lila. Y gracias a Gloria Becerril de México y Elizabeth Cortés de Guatemala, who helped me translate and record all of the lessons in this series. In this lesson, you will hear the voice of Elizabeth. In this lesson, we learn questions for obtaining a history from a patient who has injured their knee while skiing. We learn to ask about the following: mechanism of injury and if they were able to bear weight after the accident, stability of their joint, and if any other injuries were suffered. ¿Listos? Empecemos. To injure.
Lesionar.
You could also use herir. How did you injure your knee?
¿Cómo se lesionó la rodilla?
When expressing an action that occurs on one's own body, such as injuring a knee, breaking a bone, or washing one's face, we use a reflexive verb with a definite article before the part of the body. Me lesioné la rodilla. I injured my knee. Ahora, interprétalo otra vez. How did you injure your knee?
¿Cómo se lesionó la rodilla?
And if you work near a ski resort, you're going to see a lot of knee injuries. So using zafarse, how would you say, did your ski come off?
¿Se le zafó el esquí?
So here we use the accidental se, where the ski is the subject of the verb and le refers to the patient. The accident of the ski coming off, se zafó el esquí, happened to the patient. Therefore, the doctor asks,
¿Se le zafó el esquí?
now using desprenderse, did your ski come off?
¿Se le desprendió el esquí?
Finally, using salirse, did your ski come off?
¿Se le salió el esquí?
So we just used 3 ways to say to come off or to break loose. Repite después de mí. Zafarse, desprenderse y salirse. In the member lesson, we ask how they got down the mountain, if they were able to stand after the injury, if their knee feels stable or unstable, if they suffered any other injuries to their body, if they hit their head, and finally, we end with this question. Interpreta la siguiente pregunta. Are you taking any blood thinners?
¿Está tomando algún anticoagulante?
Or,
¿Está tomando algún diluyente de sangre?
So we have two ways to say blood thinner. Repite después de mí. El anticoagulante. El diluyente de sangre. And I asked Elisa, ¿cuál es más común para ti?
Yo pienso que es anticoagulante.
And that wraps up this free lesson. Espero que te haya resultado útil. If you would like to listen to the entire member lesson, click on the link in your show notes to sign up for our free membership and access the latest member lesson where you can take the quiz, download the PDF, and sign up for our Quizlet class. Gracias por escuchar y hasta la próxima. This is a production of DocMolly.com, where we learn practical Spanish for healthcare and elsewhere.